Hello, my name is Dylan Fuller, and this is my senior project video. My senior project is a business plan as well as financial analysis of a multi-restaurant delivery service. So the agenda for this video is going to be first off the background of the multi-restaurant delivery service, problem definition, the initial design that I came about using some assumptions through market research, the change in scope that I made, the new design of the project, the optimal solution of that design, and then finally the financial analysis behind my new design optimal solution. The background behind my project is that currently the Avenue and Campus Market are the only two main options for food on campus. Students and faculty will rely solely on those for their lunch and dinner needs. While Campus Market and the Avenue are the two main options for students on campus, they offer the same food each and every day. That can get kind of old. So I did some background research on some other potential multi-restaurant delivery services in the area, which I found out were Menu Club and Cafe Runner. Both of them offer multiple restaurants that they have delivery for, but none of them allow the speed and convenience of that campus option, which I look to solve. So my project definition is as follows. Cal Poly students and faculty on campus are often busy and have little time to eat. When this happens, the only option for a quick meal is to eat the same old food on campus every day. Therefore, there are no options for students right now to get a quick meal from the popular restaurants found downtown. The goal of any company is to make a profit. Therefore, the initial design of my project needed to meet the needs of the Cal Poly students while also turning a profit. For this, I decided that partnering with downtown restaurants that can make food quickly would be the best way to compete with the speed of campus food. While to turn a profit, there would be a delivery fee of $3.50 for every order. Some more of my design assumptions are as follows. All of the delivery drivers would be paid $7.50 per hour plus tips. Rent for the office space where we would work out of would be $2,500 per month. Not looking at the initial cost to make the website, but for the website to be maintained and kept running, there will be a monthly fee of $75. Companies would provide food packaging, and drivers would use their own cars for delivery. And finally, the companies I would work with were Taqueria de Santa Cruz, Habit Burger, G Brothers Smokehouse, Splash Cafe, and finally Jaffa Cafe. After completing time studies at each of these restaurants, I was able to determine that the average time it took to make the orders was about 9 minutes. Research on each location and travel times between that location and the campus, it was calculated that the average delivery time would be just under 8 minutes, resulting in a total lead time of just under 17 minutes for delivery. This delivery time would mean that drivers could make almost 3 to 4 deliveries an hour. On the bottom of the slide, there's a chart that shows how many orders a day it would need to break even for a month's amount of work, depending on the number of drivers. I was planning on having about 4 drivers, which means I would need 131 orders per day. In an ideal situation, this project would work and turn a profit, but no projects are ideal, let alone a restaurant or restaurant delivery. Delivery speed was close to 15 minutes, and the needs of the customer convenience were met. But they would need to pay more than their meal. In some cases, of a $6 item, customers would pay 50% more than buying on campus. Is there enough of a market that would do this? On top of that, having a business is never ideal. Delivery will not always be around 15 minutes, which could cause problems like making other deliveries late, which defeats the purpose of this service. Seeing problems with this initial service, a change of scope was needed, and after working with these restaurants, I felt they were a better fit. While the initial problem statement was focused on students on campus, now the goal is to help slow restaurants. While still providing a service to the students and faculty for meals on campus, I would work with these restaurants and deliver higher or medium to higher priced meals to the greater St. Louis area. Analysis showed that there was a need for delivery service, but only for the right market. The market was medium to high priced meals that did not need to be completed quickly to make a profit. Like I said before, the initial design had too small of a market and could not work for a fully functioning business. To succeed, A greater market is needed, and an overall delivery service would be what certain families and people need. Many of the assumptions in the initial design will be the same, but more focused on making a profitable company instead of just a quick service. The new project definition is as follows. Restaurants located in downtown San Luis Obispo miss out on a very large market of customers by not providing a delivery option. Delivery can be a costly and potentially dangerous option for a new restaurant to incorporate. The goal of this business is to be the delivery service for those restaurants that do not have a delivery option already available. More specifically, restaurants located in the downtown area. The customer market will be people that don't have time to make or pick up a meal and need someone's help to get food on the table. We will still be available to deliver meals to campus like the first design, but may not be as fast as the customers in that market would need. These people will be willing to pay the delivery fee, especially because the meal will typically be more than the $6 item, so a delivery fee is more justified. The multi-restaurant delivery service, or which I will now refer to as Slow Diner Connection, will also allow the ability to deliver from multiple restaurants in one order. The initial delivery fee will still be $3.50, but for every additional restaurant after that, an additional $1 will be added to delivery fee. We feel that this option will make us stand out over the competition. Being able to customize an order to the needs of all involved will be a benefit for Slow Diner Connection. So here's a quick look at what the website might look like. On the top right is the main page where people can log in and begin their order. Once they have found the restaurant they want, they can proceed to the restaurant's menu, which is the picture on the bottom left with the menu of Taqueria de Santa Cruz as an example. Once they select the item they want, it will be put into a cart and they can check out, or they can move on to another restaurant and find more items. So the optimal solution was made through the use of market research on delivery fees and working with some of the restaurant owners. Market research showed that $3.50 was a good standard delivery fee for most restaurants. And since we are giving the option to get food from multiple locations, we felt only $1 was needed for the other delivery fees, sort of as a discount for using us. Talking with the restaurant owners, we also discovered that 10% charge on the order would be fair for the use of our service. And finally, a restaurant could also look to use our industrial knowledge for an undetermined fee at this time to help make their kitchen more efficient, truly making this a friendly and mutually beneficial partnership. Financial analysis is needed for any project, but for a company like this, profit is needed at the end of the day. Some of the metrics I used in this project were gross profit, fixed and variable costs, break-even point, and return on investment. Others were used, but not all made it into the report and video. The video will focus on the initial investment and estimated revenue chart. So the initial investment can be broken down into 4 simpler and different components. The office we decided was better to rent than to purchase, and therefore the first month rent and security deposit would cost $5,000. The rent would be $2,500 every month after. Office supplies to start the business, along with other needed software, would cost around $1,500. The website development would cost about $2,000 to fully make and complete. And then finally, the first month of hosting the domain fee is $75, totaling the initial investment at $8,575. For the revenue chart, a small assumption was made, and that was the use of Slow Diner Connection could bring in 1 order per hour for each restaurant. In this option, I will have partnered with 6 restaurants, so there will be an average of 6 orders per hour. Slow Diner Connection operates from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., which would mean there is a forecasted demand of 72 orders per day, and a total of 2,160 orders in the month, which, with the calculated average of $6 profit per order, would give a first month profit of $12,960. Slow Diner Connect expects that over time we could bring in more orders, which is shown in the average orders per hour increasing over the first 12 months. If the forecast is close to reality, we would expect to see a return on investment in month 11. So some next steps would be, steps for the future would be to expand the number of restaurants offered under our service. This would bring greater operating costs for the need of more drivers, but it would also bring a potential for larger profit and support from local restaurants. And this is the end of my senior project video for my multi-restaurant delivery service. Thank you for watching.